That feeling, the day after your rest day, you wake up stiffer, sorer, and more locked up than you were the day of your workout. You did exactly what you were told. You rested. You sat on the couch. You binge-watched a series. You took it easy. And you feel worse. What if I told you that your entire rest day was wasted? That doing nothing is the single biggest mistake you're making in your recovery, and it's actively sabotaging your gains. Welcome to the Pump Room podcast by Strength Unleashed. I'm Dr. Kenji Sato. Today, we are dismantling the myth of passive rest. We are solving one of the biggest problems in the fitness journey, how to actually recover. Because what you do on your rest days is just as important as what you do in the gym. We're going to explain the powerful, proven science of active recovery and give you the exact blueprint for what you should be doing on your off days to smash soreness, accelerate muscle repair, and come back to your next workout stronger, fresher, and more prepared to train. The massive problem, the one that leaves so many of you frustrated, is that we, as lifters, have a two-speed system: brutal all-out work and total passivity. We train like lions, and we recover like sloths. This passive recovery, just sitting, not moving, is a trap. You think you're doing your body a favor, but you're actually creating a low-level state of stagnation. Let's look at what's actually happening in your body. When you do nothing, you've just had a brutal training session. Your muscles are filled with mud. This is the stimulus for growth. But this process also creates metabolic waste products. Think of it as the debris from the construction site. When you sit on the couch for 24 hours, blood flow to those damaged tissues becomes stagnant. Those metabolic waste products, they just sit there, marinating in the muscle, your body's nutrient delivery system, the system that's supposed to be bringing in protein and glycogen to repair the damages, running at idle speed. Simultaneously, the muscles and, just as importantly, the fascia surrounding them begin to stiffen up. Adhesions form. Your nervous system, sensing the trauma, goes into protection mode and locks everything down. This is why you wake up the next day feeling like you're 90 years old. That's not recovery. That's stagnation. You've wasted a critical 24-hour window where you could have been proactively accelerating the repair process. But there is a better way. A proactive way. It's what elite athletes and professional bodybuilders have understood for decades. They don't have off days or rest days in the passive sense. They have recovery days, and the key to a true recovery day is active recovery. So, what is active recovery? Let's be perfectly clear. It is low-intensity, non-stressful movement performed on your off days. I am not talking about another workout. I am not talking about HIIT. I am not talking about training through pain. The goal of active recovery is not to create more stimulus. The goal is to accelerate repair. How does it do this? The science is simple and elegant, and it comes down to three main benefits. Benefit number 1, the blood flow engine, waste removal and nutrient delivery. This is the most important benefit. Think of your circulatory system as your body's nutrient delivery and waste removal service. Passive rest, doing nothing. This is like having that delivery service on standby. Trucks are parked. Active recovery, light movement. This activates the service. This low-level movement, like a light 20-minute walk or a 50-minute bike ride, acts as a muscle pump. It squeezes the veins and pushes the dirty blood, filled with that metabolic waste, out of the muscles and back toward the heart. Simultaneously, it floods those same damaged muscle fibers with clean, fresh oxygen and nutrient-rich blood. This new blood is carrying the amino acids and glycogen you've eaten, the literal building blocks for repair. Hits the difference between letting construction debris pile up on site for a week versus actively clearing it out and bringing in fresh lumber and concrete every single day. One process is efficient, the other is chaos. Benefit number 2, reducing stiffness and DOMS, the synovial fluid effect. This leads directly to the second benefit, drastically reduced muscle soreness, DOMS, that locked up feeling you have. It's often from muscle spindle sensitization and fascial restriction. Your joints feel stiff because the synovial fluid, the lubricant inside your joint capsules, has become stagnant. Gentle, active movement, like the mobility work we'll discuss, does two things. It warms up and circulates that synovial fluid, lubricating your joints. It sends a signal to your central nervous system to calm down. It tells your brain, we are not in danger. You can release the parking brake. This reduces muscle guarding and that feeling of intense stiffness. Benefit #3, the psychological and habitual win, the mindset. Finally, there's a powerful mindset component, which is at the core of the Strength Unleashed philosophy. When your only two options are go 110% or do nothing, it's easy to fall off. A rest day can feel like a break in the chain, a loss of momentum. An active recovery day keeps you in the rhythm of your routine. It reinforces your identity as an athlete, as someone who is proactive about their health. It's a low barrier to entry win that keeps your momentum, discipline, and focus moving forward. You're still honoring your commitment, just in a different way, so the science is clear. Active recovery isn't bro science, it's physiological common sense. It speeds up repair by enhancing blood flow and reduces stiffness by improving joint lubrication and calming the nervous system. The question I know you're asking now is, okay, I'm sold. What do I actually do? Let's build the ultimate active recovery blueprint. This is not complicated. It's simple. It's fast, 30 minutes max, and it's built on 3 essential components. You can do this on every rest day. Component 1. The flush 10 to 20 minutes of light cardio first. We move. The goal is simply to get the blood pumping. What? A 10 to 20 minute session of zone 1 cardio. Intensity. This is a 3 or 4 out of 10. You must be able to hold a full, easy conversation. If you are breathing hard, you are going to hard. Examples. A brisk walk getting outside in the sun is fantastic for your circadian rhythm. A light jog, a slow ride on the stationary bike, or a casual pace on the elliptical. The goal: you're just flushing the system, driving blood to all your limbs, and starting the waste removal process. Component 2. The floss. 10 minutes of targeted mobility work second. After you're warm from the light cardio, we floss the joints. This is not static stretching, holding a stretch for 30 seconds. This is dynamic mobility work. The goal is to move your joints through their full, pain-free range of motion. 10 minutes of targeted movements. Examples. After a leg day, cat-cows to mobilize the spine. Leg swings forward, back and side. Deep body weight squats, sitting in the bottom, gently shifting your weight side to side to open your hips. World's greatest stretch examples after an upper body day. Arm circles forward and back. T-spine rotations on all fours, banded pull-aparts with a very light band, just for blood flow. Dead hangs to decompress the spine and shoulders. The goal: you're simply lubricating the joints and reminding your muscles what their full range of motion feels like. This is what prevents stiffness. Component 3. The fuel: proactive hydration and nutrition. The third component is the passive part you do all day. Your rest day is not a cheat day or a low-effort day for nutrition. It is a repair day. Hydration: your body is over 60% water. Blood flow requires hydration. You must be even more diligent about your water intake on your off day. Protein: do not skip on protein just because you're not training. Your muscles are rebuilding today. Hitting your protein goal 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight is just as critical on your rest day as it is on your training day. So, that is the blueprint. It's that simple. 10 to 20 minutes of light flush cardio. 10 minutes of floss. Mobility. ALD fuel via hydration and protein. That's it. 20 to 30 minutes of proactive work that will dramatically change how you feel, how you recover, and how you perform in your next session. This is the Strength Unleashed mindset. It's about being a 24/7 athlete. Your training doesn't stop when you walk out of the gym. Your recovery is an active, disciplined part of your training, not an afterthought. You must reframe your rest day. It is not a day off. It is a recovery optimization day. It's your secret weapon. While your competition is on the couch getting stiffer and weaker, you are proactively accelerating your gains. This is how you turn a 3-day-a-week training program into a 7-day-a-week growth program. This is the difference between an amateur who is obsessed with the stimulus, the workout, and a professional who is obsessed with the result, the adaptation. Closing parenthesis. Stop wasting your rest days. Turn them into your new secret weapon. Your body is telling you it needs help to rebuild. This is how you give it. For everyone ready to dial this in, keep an eye out for our next deep dive. My 15-minute full body mobility routine for lifters. It will be the perfect component too for your new recovery day. If this episode changed how you will view your rest days forever, smash that like button, subscribe to the Pump Room podcast, and share this with a lifter who is still stuck on the couch, wondering why they're so sore. Now our question for you: what is your current rest day routine? And what is the number one thing you will change after this? Be specific. Let's build this system together. Thank you for listening. Go optimize your recovery.